Let's talk about the hidden importance of content. Now, this is for people who are in the service-based business industry, and content is something that is kind of optional for them. They're like, should I post content? Should I not post content? And why is it even valuable for me in the first place? So in this doc, we'll just go over that on why you might consider posting content if it directly correlates with you getting more leads and you getting more calls. Because as a business, more leads, more calls is always the goal. Doesn't matter what level you are, it's always the goal. So why do you need content? Because of D.F.V, differentiation, showcasing, and volume. And the goal for D.F.V is simple, revenue increase. That is all, like I'm not going to skip through all the views, the likes, that doesn't matter. The goal is always revenue increase. So the first one is what makes you different. Make content about it, tell people and let other people talk. What makes you different? Second part is showcasing. What can you do? What are you capable of? Stylize it and showcase it. So you need to be showcasing what you're specifically doing. If you're an expert in an industry which is already saturated, for example, if you're a roofing company, if you're a car salesman, if you're a dealership, whatever it is, whatever service-based industry, whatever, it could be even a product-based industry. How are you showcasing what you're doing? That's very important. Volume. More humans will see your existence that otherwise did not know you existed. So volume is pretty simple. The more content you post, the more people will see your content. And content, I always talk about video content, but content can always be just like a text post on Twitter, for example. Text post on Twitter, text post on LinkedIn. I'm always heavily focused on video. I like video is king for obvious reasons because you're on camera, you can showcase yourself, you can show your personality to people, you can do a lot of stuff on video. It's like talking to somebody, and when you meet them in person, they already know you. Text based is similar, but it doesn't connect you the same way as video does. But it applies the same thing. Like the more content you post, even if it's text, a good text, like text isn't just, people think text is pretty simple. Like, let me just make this tweet and I'll go viral. No, like tweeting, like you need to post actually good content for your target audience in order for your tweet or something to do good. So volume is basically just doing more posts and more people will know about you. So simple math. More people know about you is equals to more sales. Because if nobody knows about you, like I don't know how you're going to get sales unless you're selling to dogs. All right. It helps people choose you over competitors. So this is also just like a logical point. If there's a line of 10 people and then you're recognizable for your prospect, they'll just naturally go with you, or they will at least show interest towards you. You will get the first chance in that line. There is no guarantee that they'll go with you because you need processes after that to get them. But they will give you the first chance to go with you because they know you kinda because they've seen your content. Now I have a Google point over here. If everyone is on Google running ads, have 5-star reviews and a website, how do you stand out? And I had this conversation with a lawyer the other day. Like everyone is on Google, everyone is running ads, everyone has 5-star reviews and a website. How are you really standing out? And like that SEO optimization is just kind of like a race to nowhere. It's kind of like that pyramid scheme where you have to keep spending more to get that keyword SEO optimization. Because what are you really optimizing for? Like if you want people to type up lawyer near me and you want the first one to be popped up, there are 20,000 other people who want the same exact position as you. So unless you're willing to spend a lot, you potentially might get that. There are other variables, but if you're not willing to spend a lot on that thing, you are not going to get that thing. So even with SEO, you need to play it pretty smart. Like for example, if they find you on content, let's say your name is James Smith, for example. If they find you on content on Instagram and something, and they go to Google and type in James Smith, are you popping up? Are you popping up? That's a good question. Because if you don't, then that is something you need to optimize for. Like I'm James Smith, I need to be popping up right away. For example, if I type my name. So you'll see Instagram is the first thing that pops up because that is something I want to show. Instagram, and then LinkedIn, and then YouTube, and then my newsletter, and then there's another read mirrors. There's a lot of read mirrors, you'll be surprised. But I'm the first one who pops up, even my videos. So like if anybody wants to do some research on me, they'll have enough material to do research on me. So this is something that SEO kind of helps on. Highlight specific things you want to rank on. It could be, so if you're a lawyer, you could be ranking on real estate personal protection lawyer. You could just choose that specific keyword and go all in on that to rank for that, because there are people looking for those specific terms. I don't want this video to be SEO related too much, but this is just something very important people need to know. So you've been relying on Google SEO. We already talked about that. Optimizing your website. People are still very crazy about how they want their website to look, how they want their website to feel. And I don't want to disregard websites as a whole, but I just want to say that websites are not the golden rule of you getting leads. Like if you have, like there are certain industries that do require a good website where it's like super optimized and stuff, but you need people to come onto your website in the first place so they can book a call or whatever. So optimize your website, but you need to make sure people are visiting your website in the first place. And how do you do that? Is by other channels. And I would argue those other channels are more valuable than just the website itself. So here's what I believe when it comes to Google. So it doesn't show what your brand is about. So it's pretty self-explanatory. If you look over here, you type, if it opens, barber near me. There's just like names. These are just names and text. That's like, I just have to like pick and choose. Like there's no personality, there's no nothing. So this is something I don't like about Google as much, but it also, again, depends on the industry as well. So for example, if you click on restaurant near me and then you get like a Mexican option, you get like American food, Asian, you get Thai food, and then you can choose which cuisine you want. That's different because it's text-based, but that text is giving you enough information for you to decide where you want to go. If you sell something unique or your offerings are unique, or you want to stand out amongst the competitors, how are you going to do that with text? That's a question you need to ask. If you're offering something unique, and if you sell something unique, but you're displaying yourself as the rest of them, how do you plan to stand out? Like, how are you going to do that with just text? So this is what I mean. So unless you're a barber, and of course, this is something that you could heavily benefit off of. I'm not saying that if you spend that money, you're not going to get a good return on it. I'm just saying that there's a lot of competition on this specific search. So if you click on barber near me, like as you can already see that there's just like random searches. Like this guy's already obviously paying for it because it's sponsored. He has 472 reviews. Then there's this guy who has 9 reviews and he's somehow ranking second. He probably has a good social media presence, I guarantee. Also mentioned in my last video, if you haven't watched my last video, I actually did a whole live search on why certain people were ranking on what position based on their social media presence. For example, there was this one guy who was ranking on the top and he had 9 reviews, not sponsored or anything, mainly because he had 99,000 followers on LinkedIn. So that's pretty cool. So differentiation. Let's say person A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J have a business card on Google. They all have 5 stars. They all have a good looking websites. And I do think after 100 reviews, nobody cares. Like you have 5-star reviews, we get it, fine. Now let's say you're a consumer and the name Ricardo over here. Let me pull this up so you can see. So let me give you a more background detail in this one. So let's say you're looking up lawyer near me and you get all these search results over here. So you're a consumer and the name Ricardo in this image sounds familiar to you. You're like, I saw his reels on socials. I see a lot of him. Or maybe you follow him on socials and post daily stories and posts, and you just see Ricardo every day on your feed. You are instantly attracted to Ricardo. Even though he has, 17 reviews, you still want to research more on Ricardo and you will give him a chance. Now, the only place Ricardo might lose is the fact he only has 17 reviews. Like if he has at least 100, his chance of getting the case is way higher. So if I was to see Ricardo, I would instantly tell him to like up your Google game and just collect as many reviews as you can, because collecting Google reviews should not be that hard. And also notice how the guy with 17 reviews is ranking higher. The guy with 51 is on top because it's sponsored, of course, and the guy with 700 reviews is on 4th. So it's not even always about reviews. It's a battle of reviews all the time, but now like things are changing. You need to make sure you're maximizing on each side of the platform. Reviews are good, but even Google is catching up on like, okay, like every single one of these people have 5-star reviews and all of them are authentic. So we need to kind of find ways to match the algorithm in a way that we actually give the absolute best results. So they obviously get all the information from other sources as well. Like, okay, this guy he gets like 1,000 views every day on his content. So he's pretty much active. So let's pull him up. Things of that nature. Now, to the content itself, let's talk about showcasing. So What can you do? What are you capable of? I want you to stylize it and showcase it. So for example, if you're a lawyer, again, let's just take the lawyer example, or if you're a barber as well, because we already have the barber example in here. What are you capable of? I want you to stylize that and showcase it. If it's something you specially talk about in your field, whether it's, I don't know, like immigration law or it's real estate law, something like that, just go on the social profiles and just like make a bunch of videos just answering people's question. That is literally like showcasing what you can do. If you have results, showcase that. If you have testimonials, showcase that. Just showcase as much as you can do about your own expertise, and you'll be surprised of what difference of a lead you get when you get from content, because it feels like they already know you. You don't know them, but they already know you, and you can kind of feel that energy. Now, there are other variables in there, which I'm not going to go into this video, where you can like utilize ads, get the targeted customers right away, and then kind of build a full funnel system. That is something we also do for businesses. If you want to hit me up for that, the link is in the description. But that is a separate video. Basically, long story short, you can create those videos, campaign them on ads, and then create a whole system where the lead comes through your phone, and it's just a whole system that just works right off the bat, just by using content. And there's no like paper lead option, or it's a whole in-house built system for you. And now this is same thing with volume. Like me talking about ads, ads is to simply just bring volume of people. We want to like force people to kind of see your services as fast as they can and to the right demographic as they can, because this is one of those things where if a person is looking for your specific service at the right time, they will click on it. It's not like you're selling them a product, or it's not like it's not forced entertainment or forced music promotion, which doesn't do well with ads as much unless you're an already known artist or you're performing a concert or something. But if you're a service-based business and you're offering something that the person might need at that exact time, they will of course click on your ad and then contact you right away. All right, that is all for today's video. This is just the hidden importance of content. Just wanted to put that out there. Long story short, if you make content, there's other benefits to it. Even if you're optimizing on Google SEO, content has effects on Google SEO as well. You'll be surprised. I also wanted to talk about my newsletter real quick. This is something I also posted on my newsletter. So just 5 short emails every single week. It's like a 30-second read at most. And yeah, it's in the description. Give it a go. And now if you want to work one-on-one with me, there's a calendar link down below. I already mentioned it. If you're a service-based business only, just click the link below and we'll get on a call right away.